second year.
Yeah, it's going
It's
on
only
second
going
year.
second year. And guess what? It's still early. Still early. It's still, it's still the catalog has to be so long. You gotta see it's so many podcasts, it's so many, and it's so many. So you have to stay, you
With it.
have to stay moving, you have to stay, and that's why I love. And you have to also figure out and know what they get from you that's different that they don't get from everybody else.
I like it by the I look at it like the authenticity of it.
Yes.
Like we're, it's like there's not, and you don't hear nobody behind there. It is me and you.
Right.
I write, I direct,
Yep.
I do. I'm the cameraman, the lights
Yes,
man.
yes,
I'm
yes,
everything.
yes,
So
yes,
at
yes,
the end
yes.
of the day,
Yeah.
I'm giving you me and 8
Different facets. Yes,
exactly.
yes, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I'm making you look like feel like a star.
Absolutely.
At the end
Yes,
of the day.
yes, I'm comfortable. Yes.
But if I had 8, 9 motherfuckers still here and you didn't knowing who I know you, we known each other, we were bucks.
Yeah.
You be kind of fidgety, like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Who is that dude?
Yeah,
like, you would test out, say certain things. I'd be like, oh, he's trying to figure out who is this person, who's that person. He might know that I think they cool, but
oh yeah,
I got to know who
yeah,
is this
absolutely.
This is my shit. This
Yeah,
is my
absolutely.
business that I'm running now up in this shit.
Absolutely.
So that's how I'm looking at it. Like when you step up in here, I want you to feel like number one, damn, he's doing this all by himself. Now think about if I had people I could direct, yo, I need you to do this, I need you to do this. I'd be a motherfucking monster at this by now. And I'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think this is the grind. This is
the
mud.
This comes this. If you had that now, what would you learn?
Nothing.
Exactly. Now, I'm gonna give you something too that I know that is a lane for you solo. You can talk about the meat, and you. This is what certifies you, and it clears you to do. And I know that that's something you carry on and think about. You can talk about the importance of the school system because you know it from the inside. You see, and you see not to ridicule the school system, but what the kids need. See, it's a different because when kids come to y'all the parents too,
Oh, yeah.
and you're impressionable because they all love Mr. Mike.
That is true.
They all love Mr. Mike.
If you've seen
so,
this season, it has been geared towards education, towards the teaching.
Yeah, so
and like
everybody. So that's a lane. That's your lane too. Like that's your lane too. You are building people up. You're I got the adults too, but you got the adults coming in here, interviewing them, seeing where people at, giving, listening, hearing stories, giving people outlet, giving them a place to give their story, a platform, and then you get to see they badass kids in the morning and get them and encourage them and motivate them. Because what you giving them, hey guys, I see you, you be out there, I see you smile, you look, hey, I see you new figure, thank you, Mr. That is impressionable for them.
I saw the one thing. I saw this thing in the it was I forgot. It was a while ago on Facebook, and it showed this kid going throughout the day, like getting on the bus, and it showed like the first face that kid sees, it literally molds his day. Like if he sees someone that's like, oh my God, kid, get out of here.
Yes.
He's gonna have it. It spreads that negativity. Spreads like cancer.
Yes.
So like. I always say to myself, when you walk in, as soon as you walk in and you see that first kid, you gotta give him positive respect.
Yes, absolutely.
Even if he's like the worst kid that gets on your last nerve, you gotta give him that positive respect.
Absolutely. Have the people that come on, you have to. If you're getting called on to do any podcast or anybody's calling you to speak on something, people can't be too good to do that because at the end of the day, you get to get on there and give your listeners and the people. And this used to be the thing to me. And this would let me tell you something. This will tell you how far people are going within the business or whatever it is that they're doing when you call them on. This is how you evaluate somebody. So regardless to who it is, if somebody bring you on to a guest and you don't share it and you don't tell people about it on your platforms, you're not going to get far because you have to share. This was a chance for you sharing information with them, letting your people know this is where I shared this at. So now you share that so that they see, okay, this is what this man's doing. This is the type of people that this man is interviewing. So, okay, we know to watch his podcast too, because here he did this for my man. I follow him. I know him. I am a client or a participant of what he does. So now it links. So when you do interviews with people and you don't see them share it, or they don't give it that same enthuse, that same energy, then you don't take it personal that they're not sharing your podcast. No, that's how they respect their work, because see, it's not about you. It's about both of y'all, but it's about the person too. You got to share all your stuff. I seen people do that. Come on our platform and don't share it. Don't even post it on their page.
That's why I don't understand. I never understood that.
That's that type of person. They're not going far. I promise you. You have to be able to pay attention. What might be a hobby for people in this season, you can tell the person where it is what they do and this what they invested in. I promise you, some people will go no farther than the likes and the validation they get within the Hasburg City community or whatever little community they in.
Anything. How are you like able to get your viewers?
That part I am not of knowledgeable as far as like YouTube. I know ways of how have I pursued those ways that people go about getting their YouTube, because you have to be steady on one platform. Yeah, like I'm learning that you have to give your all to one platform and do all the little shit. Yes, that matters to that issue. So like right now I had learned that how they get you is they suppress you kind of. YouTube don't, like Facebook don't want you posting YouTube links on Facebook.
I agree.
Because that takes people from being on Facebook to being on YouTube. So that's why they have this thing now where they came out with their own, like they got Facebook TV now. You don't need to, you can put 2 to 3 hours on Facebook TV. Why are you using YouTube? Like they allow you to cross the links, but each platform wants you on
just theirs.
Yes, that's why everybody's coming out with this lengthy IGTV. Everybody like, so now they don't want, like they're not. So if you get on, so you don't know it, right? But it's a thing, and I found out it's a thing. So when you post in, let's say now, or unless you pay for the sponsor. So like if you post on Facebook, check out my new podcast, and you just put the YouTube link. Mm-hmm. Facebook gonna bury it.
To the algorithm.
They're gonna bury it too, because you're not using Facebook TV, you're using YouTube. Now they're not gonna bury it if you pay them and you make it a sponsor ad, then it's gonna go to the front. But when you post that and you expect all your friends' pages or it to go from friends to friends, they bury your thing. Like you'll probably see 3 or 4 likes. Only way they won't bury it is if a lot of people jump on it real quick and like it, because especially if it's like you're telling somebody to go from Facebook to go to YouTube. When I learned that, I was like, wow, like that's what they do. Like that's what they do. So that's what they do, because now fake social media apps don't want you telling people to go somewhere else
when you're using
their
app.
Like
me going to
you're taking your people that you got over here, telling them to go look here. We gonna keep you popping and put you to the front if you're talking about Facebook. Yes, and you're telling people and you're bringing people to just this platform. So now that's why I had learned that you don't cross. You have to post on each one. You see what I'm saying? So like what I learned, like so on Facebook, what you do is like, so you take your clip from here. I don't be on Facebook, so if you already do this, I'm not sure. You probably. So you take a clip of this and you give them 30 seconds of something that is going to make them, like if we're talking about something, then you end it on a cliffhanger, and then you put the link, not saying go to YouTube, but you just put the link, rest of the video, boom. But you put on there a visual on Facebook where they see this, so people might not click the link, but you like the full video on YouTube. Then that way people got to see some of it. So now we visualized it on Facebook, we see it. Now, not just the audio, what we heard is enticing, but what we seen. Let's go see what these brothers is talking about, because you're not just saying, hey, new episode, link, YouTube. Nah, that's just people gonna be like, you didn't give them nothing. You didn't give them a reason to click the link to go to YouTube. You just put a description. Like everybody has a description. Like it has to, like I learned for descriptions, and I learned this recently in this class. For descriptions are cool, but the picture has to sell people. A lot of people don't read. They get lost within the first.
Your thumbnail has to
yes. And then people get lost in wording. Your first couple words have to be drawing. It has to like powerful words. It has to be something that is interesting, or like I said, that a lot of people like negativity. Like they negative stuff is thriving right now. So like if you like bum bitches always, like it'd be something, or I hate when females do. Now people's entire like, what are you talking about? I hate when people do, because it's antagonizing. Yeah, let me go see what this like talking about. Like that's how people. And then you get there and it's something else. Like I seen videos like that where the caption don't be nothing compared to what you about to watch. But I drew you in off of that caption because your itchy ear, like your whatever brought you to it has brought you here. Now I got you here, I gotta keep your attention. So that like putting this pictures is cool, because then people get used to seeing, okay, if you use different kind of thumbnail pictures or just little pictures of just your logo, people's not going, it's familiar to them. They're not even gonna say, did I see this one already? Even though he's saying new episode. What was intriguing, what was enticing that made me, so it's all in what you giving them as your first 30-second or 10-second clip of what is enticing to make them come there. That's why I learned in my videos when I do on Instagram, because like when I do these talks on Instagram, I notice, and you got to sum up so many things in
30 seconds.
30 seconds. 30 seconds is cool. 30 seconds is good. Like 30-second messages will get so many views because it doesn't force people to watch long. But like I even try to do, because the reels is popping. So I try to do, and I don't advertise my anchor on IG.
Why?
I don't, because that type of conversation that you're getting from me on Anchor is not my crowd from IG. That's
Right.
not my crowd.
Okay. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at number one, SkyBoxx at gmail.com.
Right.
If you're on your Facebook, all you have to do is search me, Micheal C, or Micheal Curtis, Micheal Curtis. Again, if you're on IG, all you have to do is search at SkyBoxxPod. And again, if you're on Facebook, all you have to do is search the SkyBoxx. And remember, click that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. Again, I want to thank my man, the $1 million trainer, Brent, the $1 million trainer Mosley. You already know what it is. And again, I want to thank you guys for watching. And you already know what time it is. Just sit back. And my name is Micheal C, the source of light over the mic. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all.
Right. Peace.
Thanks for watching the SkyBoxx. And click one of these 3 videos that pertain to the SkyBoxx. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all.